May your Holy Son heed his mother's plea when you intercede. Jesus, send down. Jesus, send down your healing holy rays on your sacred heart of divine mercy. Send down, healing holy grace. Grant them the gift of love and light, if it be thy Father's holy will. May the Father and the Son, Holy Spirit, three in one, heal thy brethren all, if it be thy holy will. Jesus, I trust in you, Jesus, and become healed. Jesus, I trust in you, I trust in you. This series of videos was really a prayer offering. Started off with when a friend of mine who collected my work checked out my homepage after 20 years. And there's a story on how I did 2 prayer paintings for 2 young ladies from Australia who needed double lung transplants. Well, it just so happens his daughter-in-law was in the same boat. He told me what a wonderful person she was, and I wanted to pray for her, so I pray by doing my videos and paintings. And I had put the painting up there so if I were over on my keyboard over here that I would be inspired by the painting I did while writing a song for her, which is the one that you heard tonight. My recording was a little bit rough and I'm in quite a bit of pain with my foot right now. And and as I was doing this, I added some more of my friends in rest homes and that. Like this was a young couple, when I say young couple, 2 young men who are, I don't know, they might be not even 40 yet, or not much over if they are. And they have, the one on the left is George, and he has a bunch of neat kids. They're good at art. And Reuben is a delight. He's just a, I spoke to him a lot about him when I did one of my first videos on Our Lady Star of the Sea. When I brought it into the room where Reverend Walters was, Reuben beckoned me closer with the painting. I brought it up, and when he brought up close enough where he kissed the crucifix, and that let me know that Reuben was a caring man who loved Mary and Jesus and that, and the rosary. I didn't even know his last name at the time. I just called him the young man from Argentina. And he's a delight. I'm sure Mary appreciates his love too. And then I added Debbie's picture. She just started chemotherapy, and she recently had a cancer operation. She's a lovely young lady, and she might be 57 or something, I'm not sure. Being 77, she's a young lady to me. And I've been helping her with her art. And this is another picture of Cassandra. Cassandra is part Japanese and part Irish. But she looks pretty much all American to me. And she, father-in-law told me what a wonderful person she was, how caring she was, how her and her husband are taking care of her parents who are ill. And the dad has MS right now, so Tony has to bathe him and all of that. And and I had my family. We had a prayer for reconciliation. My wife left in 2002. I haven't given up that she might return. I'm kind of into families and that. And that's my daughter-in-law's daughter, Holden Kyabella, which I used in one of the videos to where you're representing Holden baby Jesus. Mothers who are holding newborns can picture that. This was a charming couple from India that shared George's room in the rest home. The day I took George's picture, he was so happy. His older brother, or maybe his younger brother, one of his brothers, took him out horseback riding. And George is generally in a wheelchair. And you can imagine the freedom that he found back in the saddle again. But he still has some of that happiness shown on his face. And this is one of Reuben's family, both of them there. And Reuben is just a handsome young man from Argentina who everybody loves, and he loves everybody. I went back to how I once put Lisa's picture on our Heart of Divine Mercy, and she sounded like such a wonderful person from the viewpoint. Somebody gave me a poster on her for a fundraiser, and I responded by burning a bunch of CDs and having artwork for her and stuff. And she was God's ambassador, and people have told me that. She sang in the choir, so she was like my black twin sister. I get along with people of all colors and all creeds, and I like that idea. I mean, I totally believe it. That's what God was talking about when he said, love all your neighbors as I have loved you. And down here we have my son Christopher and his wife Marina holding Kyabella. There's a little boy across the street who has autism. And I've known him for a long, long time, and he'll sometimes sneak out of the house, and he runs across the street and runs down my driveway, and he's knocking at my door and comes in. And it'd be nice if we could get a prayer team praying for him. I know both John's mother was very religious, and Deanne's mother, or Denise's mother, is very much into the rosary, and I hope that they're going to respond to the request to pray for this little boy. He's a delight, but he has a lot of high energy. And that's my son, Jonathan. I just put him there on account he had some problems in the past, but he's doing quite well now, and he's contemplating joining the Navy, so I think I'll leave him in the sea shelter. So if he does join the Navy, then he'll be in Heart of Divine Mercy's care. And I trust Jonathan and little John will do well too. But we have to pray. There is a power to prayer. And it takes persistency too. I was using a rosary that somebody at the rosary service gave me. That was a St. Benedict's rosary. And Cassandra and Tony were married in St. Benedict's church. So I thought it was apropos. And for some reason, old rosaries come apart, and theirs came apart, the one I was using, where the cross and 2 Our Fathers and 3 Hail Marys separated from the rest of it. Well, I just put it back and continued to use it. And once in a while, their picture will fall off the painting, and I'll tape it back up. I really want something nice to happen to this young couple, if it's at all possible. That's John when he was young, at 7 actually, when he painted his way around the world with me. We were outside the rocks in front of a Buddhist temple called Tanalot, which was in Bali. And when the tide's in, it's solely surrounded by the ocean. Very beautiful, special place with a wonderful aura of spiritual energy. I'm going to just move this in a little bit. Perhaps I can separate it from the this here. Sometimes I have difficulty doing this. There we go. So don't mind my jiggling. This is where I do my recording in that. And tonight, well, the last couple months I've had quite a bit of pain in my right foot, and it can be distracting when you're trying to do things. And I'll just bring you up here a little bit and get a better picture of everybody. We'll start with my family down below with Kathy, me, and Christopher, and John when we were in Lanai in Hawaii. And my other son was off on a Boy Scout excursion in South Dakota at the time. That's Eric. And Bella, my granddaughter, and Sasha, who's my daughter-in-law's daughter. A lovely couple from India who have the same room as George does. And I enjoy visiting with them when I visit with George. And my daughter-in-law with my son Christopher, and Bella again. And over here we have Debbie. She was familiar with my work when she was very, very young. She came into my gallery. I've been painting a long time, and she contacted me, and I would help her with her work, with her painting, by giving her critiques and so forth. And here we have a larger painting of Cassandra by herself. And John and I in Tanalot, and we painted our way around the world. A wonderful trip. And over here, a really neat young kid who I care a lot about. And his name is John too. And he has a problem with autism. Ever since he's been a little boy, he loved running over. Sometimes, he'll sneak out of the house and he'll run down across the street, down my driveway, and come knocking at my door. And he whirls around my home just running and enjoying everything. And today I put Christopher in this section here. He's doing reasonably well right now. In fact, doing very well. He's contemplating joining the Navy. So I think it's apropos that I leave him in the care of Heart of Divine Mercy if he is in the Navy. And I had put this one actually in a seashell. And Tony and Cassandra when they were married. And I put her in the Heart of Divine Mercy here too. And I did that once before. The lady that I did that for, her name was Cassandra. Not Cassandra, but Lisa. And she was actually cured of cancer without any treatment. She had a lot of people praying for her. And that I burnt CDs for fundraisers for her. And over there I wrote, when angels call that roll call of young people to God's side, good Lord above, hear our prayers of love and pass on Lisa by. That is actually a line from a song that I wrote for one of the young ladies who had a double lung transplant, Susie. And up here it says, Sister Lisa has God in her heart, and Jesus has Sister Lisa in his heart of divine mercy. I was very much into the heart of divine mercy and that. In fact, I'm putting Jesus' heart of divine mercy in this painting here. Below that is a painting I started when I was painting in Assisi, when I didn't see anything at all as far as life was concerned. It was natural. I started turning stones in front of me where I was standing and painting, looking for something crawling. And at that time, 3 white doves flew into the tree that was in my painting. 2 of them were on that lower branch, 1 was up higher. Well, today I cleared this area off here so John could get up on there, I thought, to go way up here. And I had another picture of John to put in this image of Heart of Divine Mercy. And he said, I need a ladder when I go up there. And he said, I don't have to get up on that desk, Dad. And he literally reached up there. And if you look out from here, I'm going to go down to the ground. The film may not pick it up because it's dark down there. And you go up to the to that area. It's pretty high. And so I like the idea of John also being in Jesus' heart of divine mercy. Many years ago, he was 5 years old. He came up to the top of these stairs, and it was his birthday. And we're going to have his birthday soon again, like just in a couple of days. We're going to be celebrating it. And John was up there. Let me just get this fixed. Zoom out. I'm having a problem zooming with this camera. There we go. And I was up all night painting, and it's his birthday. And he came up there, and I said, Happy birthday, John. And he said to me, Dad, I'm so happy I want to die. And as any caring dad would want to say, John, what do you mean? Please explain that to me. He said, I can't wait to go to heaven. And that was at 5. There are times when he has a very deep feeling for religion. That's unique. And so hopefully this video will work. And I tried one earlier and it was too dark. It must be getting close to 1:30 now. My feet are hurting. And I want to break this down a little bit from the viewpoint of, on my crucifix or cross up there, I have hearts which represent Christ's wounds, 5 wounds on that. It's hard to see the ones up on the horizontal cross members. And I did a fun video when I went out there and painted that. It's on YouTube. That's kind of amusing in a way. Yeah, I don't mind risking. It was kind of risky what I was doing. And that's Rainbow Mother Mary. And I wrote a beautiful song about that. And it goes back to when Lord said to Noah, we'll never have another flood like we had. And the sign that he sent that would not happen was a rainbow. And that was a painting that I had a vision of in church, and I'd bring this to hospitals, rest homes, to share with people who are ill. I'm putting Christ the Heart of Divine Mercy in one of my garden paintings, and I changed the name on the door to Heaven's Gate. Well, let's hope this one works. May God bless you all, and please pray for the people in this, and pray for your friends in need. There are many of them. And the song that I did, I don't know if you could hear all the words, but I will read it to you. I composed part of this in church. And the Holy Mother Mary, Our Lady, Star of the Sea, reach on down from heaven high above. Reach on down to all God's children with your gentle love. Children of all color, children of all creeds, Holy Mother Mary, please intercede for all God's children in need. Oh, so many different needs. May your Holy Son heed his mother's plea. Jesus, send down your healing holy rays. From your sacred, holy heart of divine mercy, grant them the gifts of love and life, if it be thy Father's will. In the name of the Father, and the Son, Holy Spirit, three in one. Heal thy brethren, Lord, if it be thy holy will. Jesus, I trust in you. Jesu en tio confio. Jesus, I trust in you. Well, God bless you all. And to all a good night.